It's great to be kind of as indirect participant as a librettist, and also presenting a version of Magic Flute that I think is, it matters. It's attempting to matter. And what we're done, Magic Flute has many aspects to it. It's one of the most famous, renowned, and oft-performed operas in the entire repertoire, of course. It's about many, many things. There's incredible, glorious, powerful, fun, meaningful music. The story is interesting and weird, and it's trying to get to certain big points. And it's fun. There's some jokes. Some of them may be funny. But the most important thing is, I think, the thematic content, what it's trying to tell us about ourselves and our world. And it's always occurred to me that essentially what Magic Flute is it presents a fantastical world out of balance. It's ruled by the forces of superstition and greediness and selfishness, and there's an attempt by a collective group of rational thinkers to tip the scales back, not in their favor, but into balance, so that those aspects, darker aspects of ourselves, are in balance with the lighter aspects, the selflessness of rationality, of logical thinking, and empathy, I think, most of all. Very often when we talk about Magic Flute, we talk about the Masonic ideals and the group of the Masons who were and sometimes are a bit of a secretive group, but I'm here to tell you what they were really trying to achieve. I'll let that sink in for just a minute. The piece is not a Masonic piece. In other words, it's not an advertisement for their wonderful service group. What it is an examination of the ideals that they held. And that is that we must try to find this representation of the ideal man and ideal woman. Yes, it is very gender specific that way. And and we need to find those aspects within all of us. It's in each individual. Our manly aspects and our womanly aspects need to be presented and need to be promoted and be in balance for us to live our best lives. That is also true for our world and our societies. We need to balance my aspirations as a person with my responsibility as a member of the public. And as I'm, done a few productions, I'm casting ideas around in my head long ago, 10 years ago maybe, it occurred to me that there's a wonderful metaphor for perhaps the most important area of our world that's out of balance right now, and that's the far north. With these incredible ecological concerns and environmental imperatives that face especially the newer generations and the generations to come for all of us. And to present a world out of balance, as Mozart and Schikaneder, the librettist, intended, and to place that in the part of our world that is the most precarious and the most, I think, affected by the forces of greed and short-sightedness, and to present a tale that tries to find the balance between our own personal aspirations and our public responsibilities, to set that in the far north and all of the cultures of the north, not just the Canadian north. We have references to Siberia, references to the far north of Scandinavia. It's taking the globe of the world, and instead of looking at it with our Eurocentric view, we're tipping it and looking at it from the North Pole down. And we're presenting a world that must become in balance. What we're going to present today is just a quick little snippet. It takes place about 4/5 of the way through the opera, and it features a ptarmigan hunter, of course, the Birdman, Papageno, and today he's being played by Brandon Olson. Where's Brandon? There you go. Off you go, Brandon. And he spends the opera as a representation of that selfish ambition. What he's trying to do is, he's all about Papageno, basically. And he is striving, not so much for wisdom and balance and all the good things, but he's striving for someone to share his nest with. And it's dangled as a possibility that should he behave himself, he'd be presented with his prize. I don't want to make that sound too possessive, by the way. A shared ideal of a collaborative effort in partnership. And she goes by the name of Papagena, and she's being played by Karen Santos. There's Karen. And Julie Choi, there you are, is going to be our orchestra for this snippet.